Hello everyone, it's Ryan back again to bring you another video. Today's video we're going to be showing you the red racer Nerite snails, talking a little bit about them. We're starting to get quite a few customers messaging us, emailing us about these snails, and they're basically asking a few different various questions on how best to keep them, what to feed them, if the tank becomes a little bit too clean for them or if there's not enough algae, what to supplement the diet with, what pH range, what temperature range is it for the snails, what can you keep them with, and we're getting the questions like, are they fresh water, are they salt water, are they cold water? So I thought, you know what, we'll do a YouTube video just to hopefully answer everyone's questions and try and kind of just help everyone out at the same time rather than individually messaging each person back. Obviously we'll get in touch with you all anyway individually, but we'll probably just send you a link to this video and then we can just answer every single question that people are thinking about and you guys are thinking about. So I hope everyone's doing well. I've not got my mask on just because it is after hours now in the shop. We are completely closed for the day and the door is locked, so no customers can actually access into the shop now. So I'm not worried or concerned about people coming in, so I have removed my mask just in case people are wondering, oh, why are you filming and you've not got a mask on? So that's the reason why. It's after hours, so no worries. So yeah, red Nerite snails. Red Nerite snails come from Indonesia. They're a fantastic snail. They come in a variety of colours, mainly red, hence the name, red racer Nerite snail. But they do have quite a few various patterns. It's classed as called a tire track pattern, which is really quite interesting. And then you also get them in like reds, yellows, a mixture of the two. And so I thought one of the main questions is, even though we've got one image on our website already, customers are asking if we have a few different colors, or can we actually have a few more photos. So I thought, you know what, I'll just kind of grab a few out from one of the aquariums, and then I can actually show you guys in this video just a small handful of what different colors you could actually receive. We tend to sell these, we sell these red racer Nerite snails on our website or in store. Obviously, if you're local to us and you'd like to buy some, then just come on down. Obviously, we're closed every Tuesday, but all the other days, 11 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock p.m. In the afternoon. You're more than welcome to come down and actually grab some for yourselves. But yeah, for those of you that are online and that you're wanting to get these posted out, I grabbed a selection out just to be able to show you what you could get. We actually sell 4 for £19 on our website, and then delivery is postage is on top of that as well. So we just tend to try and get 4. If you wanted 4, for example, or 8 or 12, we will try and get you 4. So let's say you purchase 4, we will actually try and get you 4 slightly different colored variants, just to kind of make it very interesting and just to keep everyone happy, because they are all very individual. There's a lot of different types, and it's difficult for us to choose which one's our favorite patterns and types. So for you guys, you'll probably have one or two that you'll really enjoy. So that's why we tend to try and mix it up a little bit. So these snails are from Indonesia, as I've already said. They tend to come into us about ranging from around 1.5 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters in diameter. The maximum size for these red racer Nerite snails is about 4 centimeters, so they won't get too much larger. They come to us already in acclimatized over to fresh water. So they are a freshwater snail, and they're completely fine in freshwater for for all of their lives. We acclimate them nice and slowly, and then obviously get them into a freshwater aquarium. So the red racer Nerite snails can tolerate quite a wide temperature range. We find that they're absolutely fine from about 22 degrees Celsius, 22 degrees Celsius, right up to about 27, 28 degrees Celsius. So there's quite a wide range, temperature range there. pH is quite a main thing, a main factor that you've really got to make sure is okay and suitable for these guys. Now pH, we find anything above neutral, anything above about 7.2, 7.3 upwards will be absolutely fine. Anything below neutral, so anything below 7, if you're keeping them 6.6, 6.8, that is actually acidic, and the acidity of the water will start to actually wear away and erode the shell of the snail. So that will cause a lot of shell erosion, and obviously that's not going to do the snail any good whatsoever. So make sure before you look at purchasing any of these snails from us, the temperature is between 22 to 27, 28 degrees Celsius or centigrade, and that the pH is ideally 7.2, well, 7 or higher. They can go right up to 8.2, 8.4 pH, no problem whatsoever. These are relatively small snails. Obviously, if you're keeping any loaches or any predatory fish that might eat pest snails, these are not going to be any good for, so don't add these into your aquarium. They will live for about 4 or 5 years if they are, treated well. They're really easy to care for, to be honest. The main thing is just the pH. Test the pH, make sure it's at a good level. Temperature ranges are good. And then feeding. So they will do an amazing job at eating pretty much any types of algae. We've seen them eat cyanobacteria, which is a bacteria, not an algae, but they will also eat that as well. They'll eat diatoms, and they'll also eat any little bits of hair algae. Staghorn algae, the type of algae that's a little bit more brittle, a little bit harder to get off. They might have a job of trying to eat all that. But to be honest, if you have any diatom or soft algae at all that's covering any of the decor, the leaves, and the glass itself, these guys, get some of these in your aquarium, because they will absolutely annihilate that algae for you, and they do a terrific job of doing so. They are very, very peaceful and friendly towards fish and other invertebrates. If you've already got some Nerite snails in your aquarium, these will be fine to mix in with them. Also, other snails such as rabbit snails, they'll be absolutely fine with. A lot of shrimp keepers actually keep these as well, more so the Neocaridina, where it's higher pH. Obviously, for just the Caridina, where it's lower pH, they're no good for, unfortunately. So yeah, that's the red racer Nerite snails. They're really easy to care for, and that's pretty much, I think, everything's covered. Feeding wise, as I say, they will eat a lot of natural biofilm. They'll eat a lot of algae as well. If natural algae starts to deplete and you notice your aquarium is becoming extremely clean, and you're a little bit concerned that there isn't enough food left or available to the snail, or snails, well, you can actually feed them a variety of vegetables. The main vegetable that we feed our red racer Nerite snails on is courgette. We'll actually cut a few slices of courgette, pop a plant weight through the courgette slice, just so it weighs the courgette down to the bottom of the aquarium. We'll leave it in there probably for a couple of hours, and we'll notice after a couple of hours that there'll be snails on top of that courgette, and they'll start to munch it. They'll start to eat it, and they absolutely love it. We will actually, because the courgette is quite tough, quite rough, not rough, sorry, it's quite tough, and it doesn't break up too quickly in the aquarium, we'll actually leave that courgette in the aquarium overnight, no problem, and then the next day we will remove it if it's uneaten. But to be honest, those snails will just devour it all, given enough time, and that will keep them nice and happy and healthy. So without further ado, that's pretty much all of the basics on these snails. As I say, they are available now, and we've got loads in stock at the moment currently. If you'd like to buy any and have them shipped to you, no problem at all. Just pop on over to our website. I'll leave a link in the description below. Just click on that link, and that'll take you right to the Nerite snails. We are only posting around the UK at the moment, not to European countries, I'm afraid. So it is only if you're in the UK. And without further ado, I'll flip the camera around now, and I'll show you just a small handful of the snails that we have. I think we imported, I want to say 250 of them. They are selling really quickly, but we still have plenty left, and we should be able to get more in without too many issues. These red racers are extremely rare snails in the aquatic industry as a whole, as a general rule, and particularly in the UK at the moment. I believe that literally there's only a couple of shops in the entire UK that might have them in stock, us being one of those. So let's check out these snails. So as you can see, there's quite a few different variants to these guys. I'll zoom in just a little bit just so we can get a better look at them. So there's this one here, which is just all red with the tire track pattern. They are probably one of my favorites. That one or this one where it's got the yellow as well in. Really, really nice. But to be honest, as I start going through these, I'll probably keep saying that they're all lovely, because this is the problem. They are all individual and every single one is just so nice. So these are the type that we tend to get in quite frequently. This little cluster here, where they've got the tire track, they've got some orangey yellow coloration, and they've got some red as well. So you'll always, whenever you're ordering the red racer Nerite snails online through us, you'll always get at least one or two of this variant. Then there's a few different others. So there's like a solid red one there, that's really cool. And then there's also some more red with the tire tracks. Sorry about the light in here. And then there's also these ones where there's the red and the yellow bands. We don't get nowhere near as many of those, unfortunately, but they're also fantastic. And then we do get a few of these, which are also very interesting. So it tends to have wider tire tracks, and then bright, vivid yellow. There's one there, and then there's this one as well with the bright, vivid yellow, and then obviously a different pattern. And then there's another red one. So if I zoom out just a little bit, oh, and there's this one as well. It's ever so interesting. Sometimes we get them in like this, where there's a solid yellow stripe and then solid black. I'll just move it round so then we can have a better look. There we go. So they are the red racer Nerite snails. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So they're all available now, like I say, in store or online. If you'd like any, just get in touch or hop on over to our website, links in the description, and buy yours now. Take care, guys. Catch you on the next video.